Спасибо за хост.
"12 dreams for the Red Queen under crown of stone. 8 voracious beasts born from 8 restless nights. 4 nails piercing the flesh of the sinner. 1 prayer for the summoned, called by this song. 'Tis perhaps the countdown to
более-менее нормально.
proud city of London. 'Tis perchance her inhabitants' last dance alone to face death and pestilence. Confronted by the eerie and unknown, mortals
Кровь уже не идет. Сегодня это винт менял.
Makes for an omen, the falling of a star, a dire presage. Turning to priests for interpretation when there was no reason to be found. When religion failed, men turned to science. I saw them build such vain cities, crafting machines made for endless war. New questions flourished as old answers withered. What is darkness but lurking sun? What is wall but enslaved stone? What is glass but tortured sand? What is song but a call to arms? What is hate but jilted love? What is life but death pending?
Death. Since the apple was plucked from the sacred tree, mortality was believed to be God's punishment. A righteous snare to keep mankind from ascending to the stars. They were all so wrong. Death is not a wicked thing, nor some holy retribution. A true punishment would be to never know its
как день прошел.
awaken from the harshness and be born once more.
А как же твой турнир?
So thirsty.
My sweet brother. What have you done?
Mary! Oh, no. Mary! Hold on. Please, hold on. Oh, God. Mary. Mary.
No! Please, a moment, let me explain.
Ты же 11 часов со стримером в GTA 5 играл, блин. Ой, бля.
These patrols are after me. No! No! Don't shoot! This is a nightmare. I need to get out of here. This can't be happening. There's one of those vermin. No! Please! Stop! I mean you no harm. What's going on? Oh, Mary.
Так это везде не занимает. С утра и до вечера. На турнире второе место заняли. Как вы могли занять второе место на турнире, если турнир сначала отборочные этапы идут?
What have I done? What's all this about? Shit, where'd it go? Now, I can defend myself. Kill the thing! Who are you? Stay back! Sorry, but you left me no choice. Who are you? Stupid beast! Let's see how it likes a bit of fire. Sorry.
Да понимаю я тебя уже.
No, please, stop! Let's see how it likes it. Who are you? There's one of them vermin. What do you want? I mean you no harm. I need help. Die, you fucking leech! Please, listen to me. I can't make any sense of this. Shut up, beast! Who are you? What is this all about? What in God's... That'll do the rest of the job. Just leave me. The sun. It feels like it's burning me to the bone. I need to find somewhere to hide. Over there! Right now! One of them. Let me go! I need to find shelter. Is anybody there? What is this place? The place seems abandoned. I should be safe enough here.
Brother, what have you done?
Mary! Mary! Mary, I'm sorry. Whoever did this to us, I will find them.
Wait, this one's dressed up fancy. Let's run through his pockets.
Picking the dead's pockets? Are you serious?
I've still a rent to pay. He's got no more responsibilities. What's this? Gold watch.
Beautiful it is. We fancy it and share the takings. I suppose we are undertakers. Now, give him an Eve. That's impossible. Who goes there? Who's there? Are you referring to me? No! No! I still have so much to accomplish. I still have so much left that needs doing.
Johnny, this one's lost. We need to leave. And now!
No! There's time. I can save him.
That's the enemy coming! The orders are to evacuate the hospital!
Done. He'll live.
And now what?
We fight. Killing is a hell of a lot easier than healing. No, it never got easy.
Один патрон.
makes no sense. None of it. No sense at all. It's a nightmare. That's it. So be it. Rational thinking only. This is absolute madness. I've lost touch with the real.
Madness it is, as mad as the moon, who tames blood in sunlight into a glowing reflection.
Voice in my head. If I'm not mad, then it must belong to the one who made me what I am. I must find him to understand what I have become.
Where is it? It's closed.
These people want me dead. I need to leave now.
Here's the leech. Here! Oh, fuck you!
My head's spinning. It's locked, all right. I'm still in Southwark. I must reach the West End. Go back home. Die, vermin! There's a strength I never knew I had.
There's one of them! Watch yourself!
This shouldn't be possible. Every sinew, every fiber of my being is afire. I feel like a child learning the limits of my body. My strength, my reflexes. I'm not human anymore. My poor sister. If only I had controlled my need for blood. Mary, someone will pay for what happened to you. For what happened to us. This is despicable. I cannot enter. It's locked. The dizziness from the jump. I can now control it.
will London have to say to me? It's locked. I've so many questions unanswered. Another corpse. Have the very streets of London become a mausoleum? The man has been drained of all blood, but I can still smell the scent of it. I follow the scent's trail. Perhaps it will lead me to my assailant. Fresh blood. The smell is so strong. This is a slaughterhouse. It's locked. It's locked, all right. It's locked. There is no one in sight. I cannot enter. Where has everyone gone? That's strange. The trail is very erratic. As if the killer was drunk or hesitant. At last, a little life.
My God, sir, you look like Jonah's whale just spat you out of hell. Can I get you a drink?
No, thank you. I'm not thirsty.
Well, grab a chair and get some rest. This is going to be another long night.
Why is it going to be a long night?
You must be new around here. Don't you know about the murders?
Tell me more about these murders.
Every morning for the last few weeks, bodies have been found. And those poor sods didn't die of flu.
Do the police have any leads on a suspect?
Even before the outbreak, coppers never came round here. We're on our own. People die in these parts all the time, and no one cares.
Where am I? Where is this place?
You're at my bar, sir, the Turquoise Turtle. The last ray of light in this dangerous part of town.
Aren't you scared?
Scared of what? All the bad shit happens out on the foggy streets. And I never go outside.
So you're open all night?
Yep. Figured people might need a place to rest in these dark times.
I'm looking for someone who might have passed through here recently. Wondered if you might help.
It's been quiet tonight. The only other person I've seen went straight up to his room. Thought it was kind of rude, actually.
You mean he's still here?
Well, yeah. He paid for the entire week.
How long has he been here?
He rented the room a few days ago and didn't say when he'd leave.
Who is this man? What does he look like?
Well, like a gentleman, I guess. Well-dressed, quite polite. A professor or something fancy like that. Always writing, reading notes.
I need to meet this man. I have questions.
Just climb the stairs and knock on the first door. I heard him open his window, so I guess he's still awake. And,
Yes?
no funny business, you hear me? This is a respectable establishment.
It's a good thing you cannot see me now, Mum.
Good evening, sir. I wondered if I could ask for your help.
Wow, you look like you need a drink.
Yes. I apologize for my outfit. It's been a long night.
Been there, seen that. Don't worry, things can only get worse.
What's going on around here? It's like everybody is hiding.
You must be new here. Have you not heard about the murders? Everybody fears the return of the sewer dog.
Who is this sewer dog?
It's the local bogeyman. Convenient answer for every crime that happened for decades. You murdered someone, blame the sewer dog, eh?
You make it sound like it's a fairy tale.
People will always believe in monsters. It's easier than accepting their own darkness. We can all be monsters.
Has anybody entered the bar recently?
Can't say. Sorry. I spent the night making love to that gorgeous bottle, see?
This is important, sir. Are you sure no one has come in here in the last few hours?
I don't know and I don't care. This is a free country. People still have the right to come and go, don't they?
I'll leave you to your bottle then.
Hello, sir. Are you all right? Is there any way I can help you?
I don't know. Maybe you could just talk to me.
Maybe you prefer to speak with Tom, then. He's more agreeable talking to strangers.
What's going on around here? Where is everyone?
Too many dead, sir. First the epidemic. Now all these terrible murders.
What have you heard about the epidemic?
There's a Spanish flu. Yeah. Killed so many last summer. Thought we'd seen the last of it. Dozens dying every week.
Are the authorities doing anything?
Nothing. There are so many quarantine zones in London now. It's gotten really hard to travel across town.
The murders. What can you say about them?
Bodies found in the streets every morning. Drained of blood. It's just horrible. Some say the sewer dog is back.
The sewer dog? What's that?
No one knows. People have always disappeared around these parts. The ancients say it's the sewer dog coming out to feed. But now he's killing in the streets.
What is this place?
This is Tom's bar, a turquoise turtle. I'm the barmaid here, Sabrina, if you want to know.
Are you always open this late at night?
No, it's only since the epidemic started. Tom thought that people may need a safe place to stay.
You don't seem to have much business. Where is everybody?
Well, most people are sleeping right now. And those that are awake tend to avoid going out. What with the murders and all.
I just want to talk. I didn't mean to scare you.
I'm not afraid, sir. It's just I've other customers to take care of.
I only see one customer.
Oh. Well, yeah, of course. I mean, I best check on them.
I'll leave then. Thank you.
Not long ago, this sort of mess would have given me a laugh.
I think I'm losing my mind.
This is no place for you. Prewen has several patrols roaming the area.
They do not pursue me.
But they're looking for vampires, and they're most efficient.
They'll not relent until the killer has been identified.
I have a common objective, but I require...
I think someone is eavesdropping.
Are you certain? You might as well come in, whoever you are.
Slowly, vampire! Who are you?
I mean you no harm.
Saith the vampire. Present yourself!
I need a word. With anyone. Well, that's something I can do for you. And who... might you be?
I'm not sure that I know anymore.
Might I at least learn the reason of your presence?
That's none of your concern.
Sir, you have entered my room in the middle of the night, pale as a corpse and shaking like a tree. So please, indulge me.
Someone is molesting people. In fact, killing them. Biting them.
The calling card of a vampire. Like you.
I've been hunted down in the streets and attacked. I'm a victim here, too.
I believe you.
Then if you are not a vampire, who or what are you?
Dr. Edgar Swansea of the Brotherhood of St. Paul. I'm performing an independent investigation here in an attempt to understand precisely what is going on.
What have you uncovered concerning the murders?
It started a few nights ago. Rumors of violent murders. The docks have always been, shall we say, somewhat unsavory. But this is different.
How different?
A vampire is at work here. Famished. Reckless. It must be brought to ground, and quickly.
I heard another voice, that of a woman. Who were you talking to?
Ridiculous. I've no idea what you're talking about.
Something tells me not to trust you.
Then the feeling is mutual.
And what exactly is this brotherhood?
Sir, if the name is not familiar to you, then we shall discuss it another time.
Then help me find the culprit.
I may, if you'll first tell me why you opened this door.
I followed a trail. The scent of blood from a recent victim. It led me here.
You thought I was your aggressor? That explains a great deal. We're both chasing the same shadow.
A shadow, indeed. Yet I heard his voice in my head. There was a moment I believed I was mad.
You should let me handle this affair. You've no idea what you're up against.
No. I will find the monster. He is mine.
How will you do any better than I? But then let me ask you this. What are your intentions if you find the killer?
I don't know yet.
Then I can only wish you good hunting. And pray we shall meet again. I'm certain we shall meet again.
If Swansea is not my attacker, it means somebody else came here tonight. Someone must know something.
Not long ago, this sort of mess would have given me a laugh.
It's locked.
I think I'm losing my mind. I should just run as far away from this place as I can.
Welcome back. Did you find what you were after?
I can't say I have. Are you sure no one else came into your bar before I arrived?
Hey, I told you, you were the only other stranger I've had.
I think you're hiding something from me.
I hide many things from many people, sir. That's what my job's about.
Goodbye, Mr. Watts. Hello, sir. May I disturb you again?
And you're still ugly as sin.
I'll leave you to your bottle, then.
Evening, sir. Can I help you?
I have a few questions for you.
Well, if you must.
I spoke to Dr. Swansea. He's not the man I'm looking for. Now, I want the truth.
The truth? What do you mean?
I suspect that someone else was here tonight, and I don't think Tom wants to tell me about it.
I'm just the barmaid here, okay? If Tom says you're the only visitor we had, then you're the only visitor we had.
I can feel your fear, madam. Please, tell me what's going on.
It's Will. William Bishop. He came in here earlier tonight and he... Well, I thought he was going to clock someone.
Why are you so afraid?
I mean, his skin. His hands. I scrubbed every glass and every chair that he touched. God, I hope it's not contagious.
What happened tonight?
He was dead drunk as usual. But my God, his eyes, his face. He must have caught something awful. He shouted and cried. It was terrible.
Tell me about this William Bishop.
Will was a sailor who worked at the cannon factory before he lost that job. A nice bloke, really. He's never been violent. Until tonight.
Why keep it a secret? Why not tell me about it?
Tom's nothing if not loyal. After Will lost his job, he offered him one ear. They used to be good mates. But recently, well, Will started to get very aggressive.
I see. Thank you for your candor. I'll be sure to
Здорово,
talk
Векс.
to Tom.
Как ты, Векс? Как поживаешь? Да, это игра Vampyr. Я ее не играл. Вот решил попробовать. Я получу крови.
You again. What can I do for you?
Что случилось? Что ты травму получил? Я вон тоже себе палец расхерачил ножом. Переиграть неудобно. Не могу ни в Тарков поиграть, ни в Dark Souls толком.
Tom, talk to me about the visit from your old friend, William.
Yes, Will came by tonight, but he's not my friend anymore.
Who is he?
William? Just an old sailor who loves his gin too much. He worked for years at the cannon factory before it closed.
How was he tonight? Was he different?
Sicker than usual, perhaps. He whined and mumbled about how mean people were to him and how he'd like to talk to me outside, and then he left when I refused.
Is he dangerous?
Yeah.
Запястье болит.
Like many
Наигрался.
folks, he's all bark and no bite. He can barely stand up most of the time.
Why lie to me if he is not your friend?
I didn't lie. I said you were my only unannounced customer, and that's the truth.
Смотри, правда сказал то, что один только незнакомец был.
I need to find him. It's a matter of urgency. Do you know where he is?
You could try his boat. It's up by the North Pier. He sleeps there when he's too drunk to get home.
Please describe him to me.
What do you expect? He's a tall, sick bastard with a bad rash and torn old clothes. William used to be strong. Now he's a mess.
Thank you, Tom.
If you see him, tell him I don't want him back here unless he cleans up his act, okay?
Damn it. I think drink no.
Здорово, пират. Как, пират, твои дела? Как у тебя там с работой дела? Ты пишешь постоянно. Прикольная игра, я так ее не прошел. У меня много игр не пройдено тоже. Грозит еще операция на руке. Сочувствую. Да блин, мне в Dark Souls сейчас с этим порезанным пальцем играть как-то... Я вот когда ночью наигрался, у меня потом палец болел, блядь. Это хоть игра по, скажем так, как его, менее хардкорно. Руки горят, нервы тоже. Понимаю. Месяц без игры. Это нормально. Отдохнешь. Я на Таркова отдыхаю, только Тарков опять тупит. Я был почти 37 уровнем. Я зашел в игру, смотрю, я уже почти 36. Ничего, так уровень откатили мне назад, блядь. Какого-то хера, блядь.
The body is still warm. This man has just been drained of blood.
Так уже и в Тарков-то особо играть, блядь. Тянет после таких херобур. Ну, здесь... Понимаешь, в Dark Souls удар и блок. Блок надо ставить как раз на ту кнопку, которым пальцем мне надо нажимать. Здесь удары идут на кнопки. Вот эти вот X, Y. А в Dark Souls блок на LB. То бишь мне не, ну, больно нажимать, а этим средним пальцем неудобно. Команда, наверное, поймет.
This man was armed. He tried to defend himself.
Так-то я в Dark Souls. Да тем более, сейчас сразу говорю. Сейчас там в Дискорде я выкинул эту фигню инфу. 𝐸𝐢𝐴, вот эту вот подписку на месяц. За 69 рублей можно взять. Там 100 игр. Вот это Vampyr там, потом 𝐀𝐒𝐫𝐵 все. Ну, короче, дофига там идет.
What's this? Some sort of note.
Еще есть одна игра, которая мне там в Origins, прям, я не знаю. Я вот никогда не играл в мультяшные игры, да, типа таких про мышей, там, про котиков всяких, вот эти, типа капхедов и гедов. Есть одна игра, Ghost of Tale. Она мне пока пригляделась. Возможно, на выходных ее поиграем. Там мышонок какой-то, то ли с гитарой, или как вот такая виолончели называется, я не знаю, типа какой-то там такой херней ходит. Прикольно. Need for Speed офигит. Короче, дофига игр. И даже есть вроде как бы 10-часовые эти, как их, пробные версии новинок. Типа Звездные войны, новый Need for Speed, что там еще выходит. Тарк на следующей неделе вернусь, палец уже заживет. Dying Light проходил, да. Хорошая игра. Я прошелочка не стримил. В 2018 году вроде. Дополнение не допрошел. Там, где уже кары появились. Метро Last Light я проходил на PS3, а Exodus на компе, когда она вышла.
These men, they're a company of professional vampire hunters. Blood and empty gin bottles. This bishop fellow is something of a heavy drinker.
Метро я проходил на хардкоре.
There are blood splats on the other side of the canal. I must reach that barge.
Я люблю всякие новинки на хардкоре проходить. Dishonored у меня есть второй. Начал играть и что-то пока бросил. Ну так-то она прикольная. Мне кажется, надо просто Dishonored сначала первый пройти, потом второй. Потом какое-то есть дополнение. Так, наверное, логично будет. А где именно пират? В Стиме 160 или 170. В Playo может штук 30. В Origins взятых штук 20 может. В Epic Store Games штук 60, из них, наверное, взятые только штук 5-6. Остальные все, которые бесплатно раздавали. Да игр, понимаешь, полно. Можно играть хоть целый год. Только какие затягивают, какие нет. Снайпер Элит есть. Есть 3-й и 4-й. 3-й я проходил. Но, правда, проходил у друга на ноутбуке. В 3-й я играл в основном у себя на этот... Как его? 300 игр. Ну, я не знаю, сколько надо считать. Как его? Мультиплеер, во. Ну, не знаю, как по мне, но мне тут как-то атмосфера в игре понравилась. Музыка, мрачный мир, тематика зомби. Ты сейчас про вот эту игру или про какую? Здесь зомби каких-то нету вроде. Применить оружие дальнего боя. Оглушение.
Ammunition crate. Good. I may need a lot of bullets. I feel like I'm back on the front line again.
Она прикольная тоже. Тоже на Unreal Engine 4 сделана. Графончик приятный. Зомби после ханта везде мерещится. Ой, ребят, я сейчас подойду пару минуток. Call of Duty я во все играл. Но не все проходил. World at War 2 не играл. А, ее не играл. В смысле сюжетку. В мультиплеер побегал пару каток и... А так, вот последний Call of Duty Modern Warfare мне очень зашла. Но сейчас я из нее пока ушел. И что-то еще. По сюжеткам, конечно же, Warfare 1, 2, 3 самый классный. Старые. Ну и новый Warfare тоже классный. Марио. Марио играл на Денди, на Сеге, там где там еще. Ярик на кухне. Medal of Honor играл. Какие-то многие. — 2010 вот помню. Там, где современная война. Хрена себе просадка кадров была. Какого хера, блядь? Не знаю. Да во многие не играл. Вот первая игра Vampyr, в которой я не играл. У меня за всю жизнь было 2 Дэнди, 4 или 3 или 4 Сеги, 2 первых Соньки, 3 вторых Соньки и 1 третья Сонька. Ну а компов я перебрал уже тьмущие. Darksiders я проходил первый, второй не допрошел, третий херня. Игру засрали. Третий я на релизе начал играть, но такая хрень, честное слово. Они просто взяли Dark Souls, прикольный мясной, как сказать, слэшер, превратили в подобие Dark Souls дебильного. И тупо просто удар, уворот, удар, уворот. Причем реально 1 удар, 2 удара и уворот. Ну, неинтересно мне стало. Я не допрошел. Второй Darksiders, он долгий, блин. Снайпер Ghost Warrior играл первый, второй, третий. Я просто играл, я не проходил их. Есть новый Ghost, этот Снайпер Контракс. Во все Resident Evil играл, но не все проходил.
It's locked, all right.
И такая просадка кадров, алло. Вышел на улицу 45 кадров, блядь. Валиант. Знакомый. Что за Валиант? Пять кадров. Да, делайся оптимизация, блин. И у меня что случилось с компом? Обновление идет. Про солдата в войне. Вот это ты объяснил, блин. Не про девчонку? А не девчонка случайно? Где надо скрытно убивать. Ходишь скрытно, убиваешь. Значит, играл. И чё, все вспомню, что ли, прям? Иди, где мои кадры, блин? Сглаживание так жрет. Не помню. Я помню какую-то офигенную игру. Там надо было скрытно за девчонку убивать немцев и гемцев. Играл я в нее, наверное, на компе, да, на компе в 2011 году. Как переключать? Как оружие вообще переключать? Понял. Вот он. А, вот оно как. Осиновый кол получается, это 𝐒𝐒𝐃. Я не могу вспомнить, как она называется. Такая прикольная игрушка. Splinter Cell не играл в Blacklist. Conviction мне понравился. Такой динамичный. Хоть меньше скрытности стало, зато такой тончик. Партизан. Что это за партизаны? Я вспоминаю эти компьютерные клубы. Вот там, что там, КС, Warcraft, Diablo 2, Warcraft 3. 2004-2005 год. Один раз даже в турнире участвовали в нашем городском. Третье место взяли. У нас, правда, один из игроков пьяный был. Пока были эти, блин. Wolfenstein хорошие игры. Все 3 части прошел. Ну, в смысле, первую дополнение, первый. Или как отдельная игра она получается. И вторую. Youngblood у меня есть, я начал играть, но пока не прошел. Уже не то. Взорвать. Ты прям объяснил сейчас 15 тысяч игр. Взорвать бочки, яды, фигады, танки. Помню игру такую классную, на второй Соньке она у меня была. Mercenaries. Короче, наемники 2, блядь. Русский. Прикольная такая. Там один такой с ирокезом был, один был афроамериканец. Так, подожди, я правильно иду? Да, правильно. Не откроем. Mercenaries, вроде так и называется вторая часть. Да, Mercenaries.
It's locked. This place reeks of bloodshed.
Почему я не могу применить ничего?
This creature is bedeviled.
А вот и вампир. Понял, это босс. Это босс, мать его. Если боишь, у меня здесь стамина есть. Давай, давай. Куда ты, блядь, прыгаешь, дебил? Ах ты тварь. Я тоже так умею. Не ожидал, блядь. Блин. Единственное, что здесь надо нажимать вот это вот. Ирабуру, блядь. Своим кривым пальцем мне, блядь. Бля, как он прыгает быстро. Я кнопку путаю, я, блядь, уворачиваюсь, на это пытаюсь. А? Как тебе, блядь? На нах. Да вот и есть этот вампир, блядь. Походу он тоже пострадал. Да, конечно, могли бы что-нибудь покрасивее и подинамичнее сделать. Нет, такую игру я не знаю, Векс. Вот та вот играл, первый, второй, третий, четвертый. Burnout мне нравилось очень на PlayStation 2. Там такие классные можно было аварии делать. Просто с ума сойти.
Mr. Hampton,
О, кстати, у меня же в подписке Burnout Paradise есть.
Sir, listen to the sound of my voice.
Переделанная.
I'm a doctor. You're suffering from shock.
I must
Не
return to my
ошибаюсь.
flock. They'll stray without me.
Remember, certain skulls are every bit as resistant as we are.
Who are you? What do you mean by skull?
You truly are a newborn. I should have realized.
Wait. You are the woman from the bar. Are you like me? Can you help me?
I believe, sir, I already have.
Она тоже вампир, коза. Вот коза.
By George and the Saints, you've solved the mystery of these terrible murders. Patience, good fellows, I've come to offer help.
И этот приплыл.
Give me a moment to secure my boat. We can leave this awful place.
William was not the evil man they claimed. He was just taken by the thirst. He needed his drink.
This man requires medical attention. We'll see he gets to the nearest hospital.
No, please, I must.
Так они действуют заодно, что ли?
There, sir. Go with the good Dr. Swansea. He's resourceful, and I'm sure he'll take good care of you.
You'd best come as well.
Как она
The sun
называлась?
is soon to rise, and you'll need a place to rest.
I just need a moment. If I can learn something about what has happened to William, I'll be a step closer to understanding what happened to me.
Battle Strike. Я вспомнил сейчас одну игру, Контру. На Денде, что ли, была, на Сеге.
This poor creature can't be
Была прикольная.
my maker. Could it be some subspecies of vampire? I must find a place to analyze the blood.
чуть-чуть здесь динамики не хватает, чтобы позрелищнее бои были, было бы классно. Ну так игра выглядит нормально. Не знаю, почему-то ее все ругали, хотя в Стиме отзывы положительные крайне или там очень положительные. Многие, может, ее ругали из-за скучности. Я не помню, я читал как-то про нее давно.
What manner of creature was he?
Predator, prey, villain, and victim. Who can say? The important thing is that he's been stopped.
Лекс, я не играл, говорю же.
The woman? What? Who is she?
What woman?
No, don't play me for a fool. You used me to locate that skull. You must know who she is.
And I thought you a gentleman. You shouldn't talk about a lady behind her back, but I will tell you she values her privacy. Were London as peaceful as she appears from the middle of the canal? If only that were the reality of the situation.
To be honest, I've always tried to avoid this part of town.
Pembroke Hospital is the last bastion between the rest of London and the epidemic.
Есть одна игра еще, которую я не играл. Ведьмак первый.
The East End and the war still rages. Welcome to the front lines of a plague.
This is where you work, Dr. Swansea?
I am the administrator of Pembroke Hospital.
I thought you were here in service of your mysterious order, the Brotherhood of...
Of St. Paul's Stole, yes. But first and foremost, I'm a man of science. A physician, like yourself, Dr. Reed.
How do you know who I am?
No need for modesty. You are Dr. Jonathan Reed, a surgeon of some caliber and renown, if I'm not mistaken.
You are correct, sir.
I knew it. I had my suspicions. But when you took the blood sample from the corpse,
знаешь, игр может быть десятки тысяч, а я играл, может, сотни три всего. Как я могу во все игры переиграть?
Have we met?
I attended 3 of your seminars before the war. I have the utmost admiration for your research. And what a turn of fate. England's most esteemed blood specialist returns to London a vampire.
That word again, from a so-called man of science.
I understand. Traditionally, the role of science is to refute myth, but when myth walks among us, the Brotherhood of St. Paul has dedicated its purpose to their study. There's so much for you to learn.
Помню, многие игры на PlayStation 2 проходил по фильмам, типа Ван Хельсинг, потом Звездные войны эпизод 3, еще там много.
As a physician, I suspect you'll not find a better post of employment to contemplate your predicament.
This is sudden.
У меня, во-первых, нет.
I was returning home to see my sickly mother, but alas, that was before contracting this affliction.
Dr. Reed, take a moment to consider. The post would be for the night shift, providing a good explanation for your absence during daylight hours. You'll be adequately reimbursed and have a place to hide. I even had the forethought to bring some clean clothes. So, what do you say?
It seems I have little choice, but yours is a generous offer, so I thank you.
Brilliant! Oh, Jonathan, this is one for the book, and the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Мафию первую не проходил. Играл, но не проходил. Ну, сейчас смысл только ремейк ждать. На Денди, я помню, да, вот охота были с пистолетом. Утки летают с собакой. Арио, Фигарио, Бэтмены, Робокопы. Я помню, отец на рыбалку. 5 утра, я за Денди. Перед школой. Один раз отец поехал на рыбалку. Я за Денди, Бэтмена. И тут они вернулись. Отхватил я из дюлей.
Oh, and Dorothy?
Yes, Doctor?
Dr. Reed here has just returned from the front. He served King and Country.
Wow.
He'll be joining us here at Pembroke.
Мне дали
Very lucky to
какой-то
have gained a surgeon of his
плащ.
talent, and one so experienced in blood transfusions.
That is good news indeed, Doctor.
Oh, yes.
Да-да-да, вот эта собака. Там она ржала, что ли, что она делала там.
Pembroke, it's not what we have,
Вылазил.
but what we haven't.
Либо по
It's
уткам.
only thanks to Nurse Crane and the staff that our ship doesn't sink. If you have any questions, just ask her.
Duly noted. Thank you.
Your assistance is required, Dr. Swansea,
Welcome
immediately.
aboard, Jonathan. We'll catch up after my rounds. Coming, Nurse Crane. I'm coming.
Рецензии пишет. Это в обновлении, блин. Пропустить. Информация. Блокирую. Где та девчонка? Резов понабрал, бля. О, теперь я хоть элитно выгляжу. Танчики Тетрис, это само собой. С другом. Я уже рассказывал мои. Перед школой, в каком-то классе, я не помню, то ли в 6-м я был. Учились во вторую смену. И у друга всех угоняли в Mortal Kombat Ultimate 3. Делали все тетрадки, у кого-то книгу взяли, сделали все тетрадки, все вот эти вот записи. Фаталити, бруталити, бабалити. Плюсики чуть не ломали, особенно как бруталити, там 15 кнопок.
Stop your staring and get me to an hospital, you arse!
Insulting a good Samaritan. Not exactly the way to get rescued.
Alright, sorry. I am in pain here. My guts are spilling out onto the street and you're yabbering on.
Yes. That's a very nasty wound you've got there. Take my word, I am a doctor. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Name's 𝐀𝐞𝐫𝐶. I'd appreciate you helping me to a better place, Doc.
Follow me, Mr. Cox. Let me assist you to that better place.
Dance with him the dance of life and death.
You bastard! Didn't have the guts to fight me. Fuck you.
Ну, топорик.
embrace its most intimate secrets. Such a burden, such a divine sin.
It's locked.
Я в телефонные игры не играл. Я не играю. Хотя, если считать то, что Call of Duty Mobile я играл, правда на ПК, значит играл.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm new here.
I've already heard about you, Dr. Reed. I'm Milton Hooks, the ambulance driver for this shithole of a hospital.
That's quite a blunt introduction, Mr. Hooks.
You can call me Milton. I like to speak my mind, Dr. Reed. Perk of the job. Don't judge me, and I won't judge you.
I'm not sure I understand what you're talking about.
Well, I'm no doctor, but I'm pretty sure a gun can't be used as a surgical instrument.
You have a keen eye. I learned to shoot during the war, and have carried one ever since. Old habits die hard.
No need to explain, Dr. Reed. And if you ever need a better gun, remember, I may have something for you.
Торговец.
How is the situation around here?
You want to hear the situation is all right? It's fucking awful. We lack everything, and it's getting worse every day.
Are you really smuggling weapons through the hospital?
And why not? I've already been attacked by patients, you know. And by gang members willing to steal my money.
But you're not defending yourself. You're selling guns to civilians.
You keep people alive your own way, Doctor. I offer them another way to protect their health.
So what do you do exactly in this hospital? Apart from smuggling guns, I mean.
I've been an ambulance driver since... too long, I guess. I bring sick people here night and day. It's a dirty job, but I get it done. Most of the time.
Since you're on the front line, how is the sanitary situation in this vicinity?
It's a complete disaster. It's even getting dangerous to enter some streets or buildings. Even the locals attack you.
It sounds like things have been a bit rough recently. What's happened?
Yesterday I got attacked by the patient I was bringing here. I escaped through the hospital's garden, but I lost my wallet when I was running.
You left an infected patient outside the hospital? That's incredibly dangerous.
Go there yourself if you want, but be careful, Doctor. I'd rather not bring your dead body back.
I'd like to see your goods.
Wise choice, Dr. Reed. A reliable gun is what everybody needs these days.
Где машины? Где 110?
Come on, Doctor, where have you been? I've little time to play hide and seek with new staff members, no matter how illustrious they may be.
I apologize, nurse. I needed some time to myself. This has been the longest and strangest night of my life.
You delivered poor Mr. Hampton from a terrible fate. The means to that end should be of little concern, Doctor.
Thank you, nurse. What can I do for you?
Dr. Swansea insisted we provide you a quiet office. You'll find it on the second floor with your name on the door.
Thank you. Nurse Crane, isn't it?
Yes, Dorothy Crane. Welcome to Pembroke Hospital, Dr. Reed. Your office has been prepared.
I would like to ask a few questions first. And Mr. Hampton, the patient we brought in, how does he fare?
I gave him a sedative to help him sleep. Poor thing was in quite a state of shock.
What kind of man is Dr. Swansea?
Well, you accepted the job from him. I thought you would have known about your employer.
Apologies, I've only just met him the once. This is sudden. I've only just returned to England.
Dr. Swansea is a brilliant surgeon and the most compassionate physician.
It's right to assume Dr. Swansea knows far more about me than I do about him.
You'll get to know him soon enough, and better than me. The administrator has better things to do than mix with us.
If you could point me in the direction of my room again, nurse.
Second floor of the hospital, left after the stairs. It's the last vacant office at the end of the corridor.
Thank you, Nurse Crane.
Мест нет. Ну как в жизни у нас бы. Улитка. Мультик вспомнил. Про улитку. Которая попала в движок. Стала быстрой очень. Того как называется. Название его имя. Да, Турбо. Как тебя зовут? Турбо. О, я бы хотел такое имя. Как-нибудь, кстати, посмотреть. Кино давно не смотрели.
Dr. Swansea is right. This place seems perfect to conduct my research.
Так хреново изглаживание. Это сглаживание уже заебись. Фишки. Я помню, в фишки играл в школе.
I wonder why the 𝐀𝐒𝐑𝐫𝐵 came here in the first place.
То комбаты, фигомбаты, что только не было. Придешь раньше на полчасика. Там, где переобувались в холле в большом, сядешь, играешь. На переменах играли. Сейчас, наверное, уже фишки никто не играет. Сейчас всех детей интернет. Кому нахер надо? Тогда интернета не было. Не у каждого ПК был.
Dr. 𝐀𝐒𝐫𝐤 informed us of your arrival, but I could not dare to believe we'd have such good fortune. Such an honor, sir.
Thank you.
А, у меня где-то в кладыше турбо лежат. Им уже лет 20, если не больше. В какой-то коробочке у меня реально лежат в кладыше турбо. Отживачик. Интересно, никто не покупает? Это такая идея родилась. Там штук 20 мне наберется.
What made you choose to be a doctor?
I'm not ashamed to admit you and your work have inspired me. I am honored to have the opportunity to work by your side.
I'll give you some advice, but understand that nothing beats practical experience, which can be exhausting and solitary work.
Of course, sir. And don't worry, I will never allow myself to be a burden, neither to you nor this hospital.
I based my technique on my mentor's research. He helped me perfect my method. What is yours?
I'd rather not talk about it. For now, it's just theories and first approach. My process is purely experimental and unsuccessful.
As long as you're cautious and methodical. You may remain empty-handed, but you won't fail.
You're not the first one to warn me, but I am convinced knowledge is the main weapon against the ravages of this epidemic.
What can you tell me about the Pembroke?
Well, it has always been an honor to work with Dr. 𝐀𝐿𝐵𝐵, but with your arrival, I can't think of a better opportunity to learn about blood transfusion.
You seem quite optimistic. It's a rare and precious attitude in these difficult times.
I'm convinced that this epidemic is a test of endurance and dedication for us men of science.
Questions remain about our capacity.
QTV такой канал не помню. MTV помню. Он вроде даже сейчас вроде есть.
Last summer, during the first wave of the epidemic, I used
Дважды
to
два,
jump in
кстати, тоже вроде сейчас есть. Помню, перед школой черепашки ниндзя там крутили.
Do you need help with anything in particular?
Well, yes, maybe. I'm waiting for a batch of products I ordered for my personal research, yet my supplier seems to have vanished.
Do you want me to play the errand boy for you?
Oh no, Dr. Reed.
Я телевизор уже года два не смотрел нормально.
Personally to his shop, what with your reputation,
А, украинский тем более не знаю.
refuse the products I need.
I see. Well, give me the address, for I may pass by if I have.
Украинский вроде пятница только вот у нас была. Канал. Мне там Орел и Решка нравилось смотреть.
Tell me more about your willingness to experiment with new medical techniques.
𝐸𝐕𝐿 is a patient suffering from a severe injury that could cripple him if not treated correctly. I'm convinced your blood transfusion technique could help him.
What is it you really want? To save him, or to prove your point?
Fair question. I want nothing but to save
Top Gear, она вроде и сейчас продолжается.
Especially since I know Mr. 𝐸𝐿𝐵𝐿's story.
Tell me Mr. 𝐸𝐿𝐵𝐿𝐵's story.
Our first diagnosis was compromised because Mr. Fiddick lied to us about the real origin of his injury.
Форт Боярд помню, но он тоже иногда вроде где-то мелькал.
Because he is a proud father.
Может, уже не тот Форт Боярд.
Children at risk because of his own negligence.
Вспоминаю рестлинг. Нормальный рестлинг. Где был Стинг, Халк Хоган. Не тот, где уже пошел, потом ерунда пошла. Ну, кому как. Я помню, мне нравился Стинг, а моему другу нравился Халк Хоган. И вот постоянно вечером, там, допустим, у него соберемся смотреть. Нам нравилось, когда Стинг с Халк Хоганом дрались.
This personal involvement could also appear to be a lack of impartiality. You must know that a good surgeon must remain neutral.
I agree.
Рестлинг — это все показуха. Но они тоже там травмы получают хорошие.
Not even take time to converse with his patient.
Do you think keeping his distance was a mistake?
All I know is that I'm taking care of human beings with desires, hopes,
ММА бросил смотреть. Раньше, блин, ни одного выпуска не пропускал. Игры меня поглотили.
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland.
Ну, про монстр траки я ничего сказать не могу, а вот на каком-то канале, не помню, мне нравилось смотреть, как по кубикам, по всяким, прыгали на мотоциклах. Вот это вот офигенно было.
What can I do for you, doctor?
Да ты же, что ли, ё-моё. Понятно. Здесь, бля. Почему такая просадка кадров, я не понимаю. Вот все было идеально до начала. Может быть, если мы сейчас текстуры высокие ставим. Кадры такие же остаются, удивительно. Сейчас мы выясним, что кадры жрут. Скорее всего, сглаживание. Да ни хера. Или такая оптимизация. Самый мощный поставил, все равно такая же фигня. Постобработка — это у нас, это понятно, эффекты. Не, по ходу оптимизации. Кадры ни хера не повышаются. Вот так, что так 50. QT. Мне из боевых нравится К1. А, без борьбы. Я раньше и Федора ты каждый бой смотрел, Емельяненко. Сейчас он хоть и вернулся после там 3-летнего перерыва, но проигрывает в основном. Зато его команда нормально там вроде бьется. Это прям про нашу жизнь сейчас пишут. Я раньше и программу покупал каждую неделю, чтобы знать, что будет. Сколько сериалов смотрел, все забросил. Флэш, сверхъестественный, ходячий. К ходячим мы еще вернемся. Там на 6-м сезоне остановились. И вот говоря, опять я остановился на 6-м сезоне. Ну, я тогда на 7-м вроде остановился. Александр Пушков не знаю. Александра Пушнова знаю, который на СТС что-то там вел. Галилео, что ли. Да еще какие-то программы. Есть у меня одна идея. И хреновые кадры. Хреновых кадров нету. О, 42 кадра, да? 44. 45. 45. Фильтры тоже не имеют значения. У игры такая оптимизация. Флэш мне понравился. Особенно первый сезон. Я все думал, кто этот доктор Грант. Как его там, бля, в инвалидной коляске, блядь. Второй сезон, я уже не помню, про что там. Короче, я Флэш остановился на том сезоне, где появился бог скорости. Забыл, кого там назовут. С одной стороны, знаешь, много сезонов пропустил, сейчас можно это просто взять и навернуть. Когда все вышли. Ну, допустим, почему-то в Кинопоиске нету 15-го сезона сверхъестественного, там 14 только. Ходячие там все сезоны. Флэш я не знаю, где искать. Это, наверное, где-то искать на 𝐸 или как это. И там вообще. Так, мне на второй этаж сказали.
It's locked, all right.
Второй этаж, последняя дверь. Да. Россия пила. В это воскресенье что-нибудь посмотрим. Я, может, в это воскресенье запущу там каких-нибудь мультфильмы, фильмы. Там еще отдельно включу дропы от арков. И, может, будем смотреть. Вот уже Турбо хочу посмотреть. Это еще мультик я хотел посмотреть, не помню. Единственное, что хреново, за подписки нету Resident Evil мультфильмов. Типа Вырождение, что-то еще. Они все за деньги. А, вот Ларка. Лара Крофт, которая последняя была. Я так один момент там посмотрел, когда она... Но там... Ну, фантастика. Я думал, будет приключенческий фильм, а не такая фантастика, где она падает со скалы 15 раз об дерево и потом так приземляется на землю, что ей по барабану все. Отдышка и все. Мультфильм «Вверх» это мне он не вставляет. Я понял, там про деда. Про парня, который его доматывал. Хотя, может, он интересный, я не знаю. Приставку. Да, доставай PS5 и посмотри, будет работать. Да как же я хочу PS5. Будет стоить порядка 50 тысяч. И кто, ёпта, Томас Элду? Которого я убил. Это моя дверь? Нет. Вот моя дверь. Доктор Рид. Вы нашли новое убежище. Здесь можно отдохнуть, потратить опыт и создать предметы за рабочим. О, спасибо. Это убежище.
Definitely away from prying eyes. Relegated to the shadows. A kingdom of my own. At least I won't be sleeping in a coffin.
Хоть в гробу, говорит, спать не придет. Ядрить, да блин, я столько в жизни не читал, блин. Знаешь, то, что мне хочется прям вот сейчас жутко поиграть, это пока недоступно. Это либо не вышло, либо у меня нету Соньки. Дематериализация, блядь. А фильмов так долго не было, потому что Тарков меня поглотил. Сейчас Тарков меня все больше и больше отталкивает, блядь. Но играть охота. Что там базарит, я не пойму. Доктор Крейн. Неизвестно. Бабасики, я понял. Шиллинги. Там что-то было в чайнике. Это надо. Ну, вкусно. Подожди, а вот это что за тактический? У нас осталось 500, да? Выносливость точно, ё-моё, блин, я забыл, блядь. Тут же почти Dark Souls. Так, ребят, я сейчас опять на 2 минуты отойду. Ой, что-то скушал, походу, не то. Пират, ты здесь? За что я его так? 𝐀𝐿 Ты же по-любому, наверное, у Пики сидел постоянно на Death Stranding. Ну как она игра вообще? Прикольная? Я-то не смотрел у него специально. Я знал, что он на ПК выйдет. Ждал ее. Так же, как и РДР 2. Когда он вышел, я ни у кого не смотрел. Ну, если Пик ее нахваливал, значит, им понравилось. Так, что мне это показывает, я не пойму. Ничем не болеет. Какой праздник? 18 июня. А, у меня тут еще горожане. Понятно. Переутомление. Средство от переутомления. Почему? Мне кажется, она прикольная. Там, наверное, как все игры, многие. Начало скучное. Потом, наверное, идет уже развитие нормальное. Чайник. А, нет, чайник просто. А, ну понятно то, что смотреть. Да это любую игру смотреть, знаешь. Нет, смотреть прикольно какие игры. Хардкорные, типа Dark Souls и так далее. Тот же Тарков, например. Как люди страдают или как люди что-то побеждают. Это интересно. А так любую игру, конечно, веселее играть и смотреть, чем смотреть. Да, как жопа у стримера горит. Так. И мачете. Так, это у нас осиновый кол, да? Улучшить. Хватает, да? Крошечная часть рукоятки не хватает. Понял. Так, топорик посмотрим. Какую игру ты думал пройти? Мне, короче, ничего не хватает. Вот. Переработка. Вот. Это средство от переутомления. Ага. Короче, я ничего не могу пока прокачать. Мне ничего не хватает. Надо было у того скупать.
William Bishop's blood is much more unstable than human blood and shows extensive mutation. But this is not what happened to me. I must keep on searching. The sun is about to rise. I can feel it. I'll continue tomorrow night. I have so much time now.
Чего отдохнуть? До ночи? Я же уже отдохнул.
If I'm to stay here until my research...
А, вот глава 2.
I'd better learn to hide my true nature from the mortals.
Давай, Вик, спокойной ночи.
What about my thirst for blood?
Ложись, конечно же.
Yes, Nurse Crane? How can I help you?
I'm so sorry. I know Dr. Swansea wanted you to rest, but we have somewhat of a crisis.
A crisis, you say?
Our supply of antiseptics is nearly depleted. I was hoping there was another box up here, but...
Язык нет.
What type of hospital are you running? No antiseptics?
You have been away too long, Doctor. With the war and now this epidemic, supplies have been running scarce for months now.
I may have a solution. In France, during the war, drugs shortage was a daily problem, and we had to use our wits to overcome the shortages.
However do you mean?
If combined correctly, certain household chemical products can be used in a pinch instead. Now, where's the hospital storeroom?
The storeroom? Fat chance. This is the Pembroke, and space is luxury we don't have. Everything used to be stored in the old morgue.
Perhaps I should look there first. Where is this morgue?
It's the large building behind the hospital. You'll need to go in the back door because it's been sealed off for sanitary reasons. Take this key. It opens a small back entrance at the end of a narrow street.
The abandoned morgue behind the hospital. A small door at the end of a narrow street. On my way then. Thank you, nurse. It's locked, all right.
I wish I could be sick again. I feel my blood boil with fever. The pain. It's here again.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reed, the new surgeon at the Pembroke Hospital. And who are you?
Your name has no meaning to me, mortal. You're nothing but dust blown by the winds of eternity.
I beg your pardon?
What are you begging for, mortal? My clemency? Well, tonight maybe I'm inclined to mercy. You'll never forget the night you met Thelma Howcroft.
You keep calling me mortal. Why is that? And if I'm mortal, What are you?
Well, Dr. Reed, if you must know, I'm a vampire.
And why do you believe you're a vampire?
I don't need to believe anything. It is what I am. It is what I feel within this hollow shell of flesh.
I see. Have you ever heard of Cotard syndrome, Miss Howcroft?
Never.
It's a mental illness discovered by a French neurologist named Jules Cotard. The affected patients are delusional. They believe that they are putrefying, that they are dead, a ghost or a ghoul, or in your case, a vampire.
Delusional, you say? Oh, sad and... It's immortal. You can't even begin to understand the concept of immortality. And you think it is I who am delusional.
Please, describe to me how you feel. What is it like to be a vampire?
I can hear my body crumble from the inside as my flesh cracks and fades. I sense the last pulse of postulant blood within my drying veins. I need new blood.
I'm assuming you must be a patient here. Am I right, Miss Howcroft?
It's only a cover to hide from my enemies. I can leave whenever I want. As a woman, a spirit, fog, or bat.
Who are these enemies? Can you describe them?
I cannot say for sure. But I sense their eyes on me from nearby. I feel them watching me every time I visit the garden near the morgue.
The staff here are not your enemy. They're here to help you, to care for you.
I'm not speaking of the doctors in white. I'm speaking of the men and women who hunt me. For I am a vampire.
I see. Don't worry. These people will not find you here. I'll personally make sure they leave you alone.
Thank you, mortal.
Она, видно,
But do not
сумасшедшая.
interfere with them, for you are no match
Реально
for
у нее
those that
синдром
hunt me.
Катара.
Who are you really, Miss Howcroft? I mean, apart from being a vampire.
Is that not enough for you, puny mortal? What do you require? Proof of my powers?
I'm curious to know who you were before becoming a vampire.
No, it's such a long time ago, I don't remember. Centuries of unholy life can have strange effects on one's minds, you see?
Пусть необходимо подсказки. У меня же были подсказки.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
I have wasted too much energy for so
Good evening, sir. Can I help you?
Unless you're here to fix my face. No. I don't think you can help me.
I'm Dr. Reed. I've recently taken the position of head surgeon here. War injuries, am I right?
You guessed right, Doctor. German shell took my pretty little mug right off. But they still call me Thomas Elwood.
Ну да. Вот у меня есть подсказка.
How is your stay with us, Mr. Elwood?
Oh, it's bliss. I just escaped death in the trenches to be surrounded again by the moans of the dying.
Can I ask you precisely why you're a patient here?
It's the pain, sir. The drugs don't work. It just hurts under the scars, if you get my drift.
Who is treating you? Is someone in particular looking after your case?
Nobody since the old and tired doctor spoke to me. Started to think I was forgotten about. Won't blame you.
You don't seem worried by that.
My face hurts so much more when I smile or cry. I've learned it's easier not to speak. But be assured I'm smiling inside.
Can I do anything for your pain?
Nurses gave me a bunch of pills. No effect. Told you. It's like the flames are under my skin, burning away.
Просто хотя бы крест достать.
Responsible for the injury, Thomas.
Но я не могу же крест достать.
I wasn't disfigured by any German shells. It happened during my leave. It was an accident.
Why lie about it?
Come on. It's one thing to come back disfigured by the Germans, and it's another to get injured in an accident that could have happened to anybody.
Reconstructive surgery has been very successful for some soldiers.
I don't want to wear a bloody mask for the rest of my life. I'd rather stay here and just be forgotten.
Какую-то подсказку потерял.
Tell me what really happened then.
I went with a whore in Rouen. Dead drunk I was. The hotel was a shithole. There was a fire that night.
Did you start the fire? Were you trying to avoid going back to the front? That's not uncommon, you know.
No. It's just that I was asleep when the flames reached the room. The girl was long gone. Bitch never woke me up. Left me to burn.
How close are you to Miss Horcroft? Are you aware that she thinks she is a vampire?
To wait for her next nibble is the best reason to stay here. Every time she approaches my bed, she treats me like something tasty. A normal person.
Aren't you afraid? She may hurt you if the game goes too far.
She's quite harmless, I can assure you. Her head's broken inside is all. While I'm busted on the outside. But she's still beautiful. Living proof that there's hope for me.
So do you let her bite you? You know that's not sanitary.
And why not? She's only supping a few drops of my blood. And the pain, it's real for once.
She could decide to bite less willing patients.
Then it's another good reason for me to stay here, Doctor.
You do realize she's mentally disturbed. It's called the Cotard syndrome. She truly believes she's a vampire.
In her madness, she never refers to my scars. And frankly, if I could, I'd join her world. It seems much more fun than the real one.
Where were you stationed, sir? Did you serve for long?
I really don't want to talk about all this shit.
No offense. I was pushing too much. I served in France myself. I just wanted to know what happened to you.
You were an officer, weren't you? Then I doubt we fought the same war, sir. No offense.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Elwood.
Hear disgust on every street corner. The daily routine.
A giant morgue disguised as a hospital.
Good evening, Mr. Hampton. How do you feel?
Dr. Reed, is it? Oh, Sora, I must apologize for my behavior.
What do you mean?
I was not myself in the factory. Fear and exhaustion made me say awful things to you, I'm afraid.
You remained perfectly nice and polite. A little delirious, perhaps. But who wouldn't be after enduring an abduction?
Thank you, Doctor. That's a relief. Now all I need to do is rest and return to my flock.
Я давно уже чеснок не ел.
Do you know Tom Watts, the bartender from the Turtle? I met him before I found you in the canning factory.
Tom? Yes, of course. Always the helping hand, good old Tom. Without men like him, corruption and despair would have wiped out the East End long ago.
People are still in despair.
How could it be otherwise? The authorities have left us all to rot in this contagious nightmare. No drugs, no advice, nothing. It's a damn shame.
Who should I avoid in this part of town, then? Any particularly evil figures?
Not really. Most men and women are just doing their best. And it's not my habit to speak ill of people I know, Doctor.
How did you end up in William Bishop's den?
I had received alarming news about his recent behavior.
Картоха, приправы.
And he refused to let me go.
Есть захочу, блин.
Why did he abduct you?
William was an alcoholic. His addiction suddenly changed to blood. I don't know why. Just like a patient I met here. This Miss Hawcroft.
You dared to enter this awful place alone. You're a hero, Mr. Hampton. Or a fool.
I'm just a man trying to help his friends, Dr. Reed. William Bishop was a conflicted soul, searching for light.
What is the general situation in the East End docks?
The situation has always been tough, with a lot of tensions between the gangs and the dockers' trade union. The Wet Boot Boys are very nervous since they lost their leader.
Who leads the gang now?
Since Clay Cox went missing, it's his wife Edwina who runs the show, with the assistance of her minion, Booth Digby.
Has the gang been threatening you?
Ah, no. I've had this nickname for so long, you know, the sad saint of the East End. No one dares to bug a saint, not even criminals.
How do you feel, Mr. Hampton? Medically speaking, I mean.
I feel exhausted. Beyond exhaustion, actually. William drank so much of my blood in his madness. I feel empty.
You're in good hands here. Dr. Swansea is well versed in blood transfusion, and I'm sure he'll take the best care of you.
Thank you, sir. I believe all I need is rest. And then I can go back to the people who need me.
What do you do for a living, Mr. Hampton? I can't help but notice the cross around your neck.
I manage a night asylum for the poor and
Кстати, а почему сейчас крестик не
I
действует?
try to guide the
Вопрос.
lost and hesitant on the right path to our Lord.
Are you a priest, Mr. Hampton? A deacon, maybe?
Not at all, Doctor. I'm just a man of faith willing to preach the good word.
Why didn't you use your cross against William Bishop? To repel him somehow?
That's a very strange question, Doctor. A cross is no magical token, if that's what you were trying to say. Not mine, anyway.
Странно.
Have you made friends since you arrived?
Not really. But I recognize Miss Harriet Jones. I knew her when she lived by the docks. That poor woman had such a miserable life.
You never came to see her here at Pembroke. Receiving visits when sick can be an important part of the healing process, you know. We're not just bodies.
You're preaching to the converted now, Doctor. To be truly honest, I thought she was dead. She left the docks many months ago.
Goodbye, Mr. Hampton. We'll talk again later.
It's locked.
Damn. The pain.
Добавить маркер, убрать маркер, создать маркер. Так я что-то не пойму, он не создается. Маркер у меня стоит только вот на основную миссию. Создается. Так глупо сделано, то что я вот могу, я не могу маркер поставить, мне информацию выдает. Большая карта.
Scowl voices in the garden. I should investigate. If they were to find somebody.
Взять не могу. Понял. Чего игре не хватает? Вот было бы какое-нибудь эффектное добивание, было бы вообще круто. А у вас тут твари. Да. На это я рассчитывал. Метров. Топорная драка, я прям не понимаю. Меня сейчас наваляют. А я блок не могу ставить. Так, вернуть эту херню, да? Пойдем побочку выполним. Этот что?
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
I have some good news.
What? The epidemic's over?
I retrieved your wallet.
with all the money and a certain picture.
Well, yeah, Pippa Hawkins is my girl. So what? Is it the difference of skin colour that bothers you?
Not at all, Milton.
Good. Please, take this money anyway. To remind you to keep your mouth shut. Not everybody is as broad-minded as you, Dr. Reed.
What's going on between you and Nurse Hawkins?
Pippa's tired. Tired of all this shit. Tired of all those corpses piling up. She's as depressed as I am.
During the war, I witnessed a few couples just like you come together in difficult circumstances. It can be very damaging.
Maybe you're right. But we support each other. And that's all that matters.
You do realize you could both get fired. Hospital staff are not meant to have intimate relationships with one another.
Come on, Dr. Reed. Do you know how many rules are broken in this hospital every day just to keep it running? There's nothing wrong with what we're doing.
I'd like to see your goods.
Wise choice, Dr. Reed. A reliable gun is what everybody needs these days.
Там у нас была какая-то... Состояние района здоровое. Понял, что тут заболевать буду.
It's locked, all right.
Я разве бросок не взял?
to the infected William Bishop. Must be the same strain. This sickness moves faster than influenza. This key will surely grant me access to the basement. It's locked. Balls of Mars, fortifiers. As popular as they are ineffective. But they do contain iron tartrate, and that might prove itself useful.
Что это было?
These skulls feed from corpses and the husks of animals. They're not out of
Как против них драться, если, блядь, против них удары не работают? То бишь, ты пытаешься ударить, он ставит блок, сразу же контратакует. Я тоже так хочу. Можно мне так? Че, блок работает здесь? Он вообще здесь присутствует? Я тоже такой прыжок хочу. Да я ни хера не вижу. Привет, Dark Souls. Че хреново? От этой херни даже увернуться почему-то нельзя. И можно. У нас есть посерьезнее, у нас 7 7,2 урона, 6,5, 6,5, 9,9. Серьезно, товара пока ничего нет.
It's locked, all right. Mr. Connor's injuries don't match the report. I'd better look into this.
А ты кто? Ты босс, блядь? Какой-то тенью, блядь. Идем. Тварь ты такая ненасытная. Да пиздец. Я вообще ничего не пойму, блядь. Что творится? Дайте мне выжить. Да меня просто сейчас эта тень ебучая убьет и все. Блядь, что за босс долбоёб, блядь? Блять, он оглушен. Просто его тень упит и все. Он исчезает. Да нет, смысл в том, что он исчезает, а тень вот его упит меня, блядь. Зараза. И то, что я его не могу смотреть на него. Брать его в эту херню. Того, что он исчезает. Его, кстати, по тени надо тоже убить. Тихо, тихо, тихо. Вот понял немножко, как с тобой бороться, блядь. Стамины не хватило.
Skulls can be so ferocious. I'm not sure I can defeat them without becoming stronger. To drink blood is so tempting. Здесь я был. Нажмите Е, чтобы развить надо. Вот, насколько я знаю, развиваются только убежища.
Заблудший какой-то вампиреныш. Еще один он убегает. Не убегает. Явно надо выносливость скачать. Да тут против двоих вообще нереально драться. То бишь пока ты одного добишь, второй на тебя уже прыгает. Просто-напросто. Все. Труп. А если их будет трое, блядь, а их четверо. 5. Если как в Матрице, блядь, сотни. Помню игру Матрицу. Путь НЕО. Потов НЕО. Классная игра, блин. Мне там понравилось драться с... Там не сотни, конечно, смитов, но 20-30 на экране появлялось. Прикольно было реально тебя почувствовать НЕО. Где-то в 2006 году я ее проходил. PS2. На компе проходил. В компе, конечно, графон пал.
It's locked, all right.
Че-то вы мне не под силу, я шестусь. На современной графике, да. Ну, знаешь, сейчас выходит новая матрица, и как бы, возможно, игра выйдет. Но уже будет не то, понимаешь? Вот если бы ремейк сделали вот этой вот Path of Neo, да? Где все 3 фильма в одной игре. Вот это было бы классно. Сейчас уже не знаю, чем Матрица может удивить новая. Тогда в 99 году, да, это был самый охеренный фантастический боевик уходящего 20 века. Может, я с ними справлюсь. походу не справлюсь. Я промахнулся, прикинь. Но как Киану Ривз сказал, что ему очень понравился сценарий, и он согласился играть в новой «Матрице». Знаете, что мне нравится? Что у них выносливость не кончает. У них выносливость вообще не кончается. Я так понял. Да ну нахер, что у вас до хера. Что-то оставили? Не оставили. А, вон. Что-то оставили. Хилинги. Все прикольно. Resident Evil 8 уже раскусили то, что будет в Румынии. Из-за того, что там... И как там? Нашли на скриншоте валюту. Было бы прикольно, если там реально какой-нибудь типа а-ля Resident Evil 4 продавец был. Блин, опять я про Resident 8, про второй, 8 Resident вспомнил, блин. Я ж, блядь, жаба душит. Я хочу его. Походу не туда куда-то. Шел. Он сейчас тварь убьем. Она меня не убьет. Она меня сейчас убьет нахер. Ты понимаешь? Я какой-то недовампир. Я делаю коронный удар, а он быстрее оказывается, чем я. Это какая-то хрень. Понятная. Боевой нож.
This is an impressive knife.
Где он? Это просто какая-то херня я нашел.
There's a name engraved on the metal. Clay.
Клей. Клей. Имя. Вот это вот. походу. Того чувачела. Это я туда, походу, да, мне там надо перебираться. Там через тот мост. Через тот мост, где это упыри, один из них с арбалетом. И вам показалось. 15 уровень. Ну нормально так садит-то, а? Арбалетчик. Блять, вот этот вот тварь, вот эта вот тварь, блять, ну я просто не могу, понимаешь? Они настолько резкие. Вот, блять, я вампир, да? Я должен быть быстрее них. Он быстрее меня, блять. Это человек, ебать его в рот. Что с игрой, блять, я не знаю. Почему такие вот механики дебильные местами в играх? Он быстрее, чем я, блять. Режим сбит, да. Он просто, блядь, быстрее. Он человек. Но у него атаки быстрее, чем мои. Ой, бля. Вот реально, вот такие вот местами механики у игр непонятные. Я понимаю, там вампир, да. Я только новообращенный, тот хотя бы побыстрее. Но как человек может, блядь, быть быстрее вампира? Тем более про это же тут, блядь, и пишут нахер то, что вампир здесь быстрее человека, блядь. Да это тупизм, понимаешь, ну, с моей точки зрения.
Thelma Howcroft said she was being watched by vampire hunters.
Oh.
Where are they hiding? I should investigate. Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed.
Always a pleasure to meet a colleague, sir. Especially when he was supposedly dead.
A colleague? Are you a doctor too?
Not anymore, sir. I used to be Dr. Rakesh Chadana. Now, I'm just Mr. Chadana. Pawnbroker and humble guardian of this mall.
Это получается, тут нету преимущества у вампиров и между людьми и вампирами.
No, sir.
Никакого.
It is just that I like to be precise.
Не понимаю.
I run a little pawn shop while taking care of the dead. But I used to be a real doctor.
Have we met before?
I don't think so, sir. Why?
When we first talked, you said you were glad to meet me since I was reported dead.
Funny story, sir. Your sister came here a few nights ago. You were missing, and she was looking for your body. She must be very relieved now.
Are you afraid or uneasy being surrounded by so many corpses?
Why should I?
Я сегодня поспал всего лишь 2 часа утром, и вот часа 4 вечером.
No soul anymore. All gone.
An interesting point of view. And quite an exotic one, too. Most people fear, or at least have a respect, for dead flesh.
Sir, as a medic during the war, I learned to face my death and the death of others. It's the pain we have to tame, not death itself. How did you get this
Сказочка.
job? After I left the army, I worked as an undertaker down by the docks. A dangerous place with many an unpleasant business there. Milton Hooks helped me get a job here.
Do you work here alone?
Yes, very easy work, sir. All I have to do is watch a few bodies. The situation was very different when the main morgue was still open.
Why do you have to watch these bodies?
Because these poor fellows have no names. We keep them in case someone comes looking for the missing. Sadly, very rarely happens.
Why close the hospital's main morgue?
It was for sanitary reasons after the beginning of the epidemic. Cadavers had to be moved to the nearest mass grave.
Since you're not afraid of dying, do you believe in life after death, Rakesh?
No. I believe we must do all the good we can while alive. For our time is short, and the obstacles are endless.
Do you think you would enjoy immortality as a concept?
I don't think so. Don't mistake me. I love life, and I'd like to live a long life. But everything has to decay, sir. Even goodwill.
Do you really believe goodwill cannot last?
As I said, sir, everything decays. If I was to never die, goodness, I would be bored or worse. And I like to be helpful, sir.
Quite depressing, wouldn't you say?
Yes, but the good news is we'll all die before losing our humanity, sir.
So you're ready to die?
No, I am not. I don't fear death, for I won't see it. What troubles me is the pain my death will inflict to those I know.
You're a wise man, Mr. Chidana.
No, Dr. Reed. I am a foolish man. But I like to think otherwise.
A pawnbroker? I expect you get all types of people here.
Yes, sir. All kind of people. For I sell all kind of goods.
Who comes here to trade with you? It's very unhygienic, even unsafe. Diseases can spread. For the customers, for the hospital.
I'm very cautious, sir. I've been a doctor, remember? And all my clients are good people. In fact, I think I only know good people.
What kind of goods?
With the quarantine, it's not always easy to buy things. So I trade, I exchange. Some people sell, some others buy. I like to help.
Ну и что ж ты продаешь?
Please show me what you have to sell.
Of course. It's just trinkets and curios, really. But I'm sure they can be useful.
Я не помню, чего мне не хватало. Всего купим. Пипа Хокингс, ну-ка иди сюда.
Good evening, nurse.
Good evening, Doctor. I don't think we've been introduced yet. My name is Pippa Hawkins.
And I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. Dr. Swansea has recently offered me a position in this hospital.
Well, it's a euphemism that your help will be appreciated, Doctor.
How would you describe the situation at the Pembroke Hospital?
It's serious. The flu is wreaking havoc amongst the staff and patients. We are running out of everything.
Nurse Hawkins, the Spanish flu won't last forever. Even the Black Plague didn't kill everyone.
I wish I could believe you. But what if this epidemic was worse? What if in the end, nobody was spared?
You must get a hold of yourself, nurse.
Sorry. I'm exhausted. No one has any idea when this epidemic will be over.
Pepper, I know you're very close to Milton Hooks.
Yes? Milton Hooks is my man. If you want to report me for that, just feel free, Doctor.
I have no intention of reporting you, Nurse Hawkins. But are you aware of the risks?
The rules say I won't be allowed to work as a nurse anymore. But here at the Pembroke, we break rules all the time.
Is he worth the risk?
Hey, I'm no perfect woman, and Milton is not the finest bloke. But we do our best to get by. That's all any of us can hope for nowadays.
How long have you been a nurse?
Well, long enough to see that the epidemic is winning. And no matter how qualified you are, don't tell me you'll change that.
You're right. When dealing with such a terrible disease, one must remain humble. But that doesn't mean we shouldn't try our best.
Sorry, Doctor. I don't want to sound bitter, but I'm just too tired to give a pep talk like Nurse Brannigan.
How is the Pembroke staff coping with the epidemic?
Well, not well. Milton, the ambulance driver, is even more grumpy than usual, especially concerning doctors.
Why does Milton dislike doctors?
I don't know. Just ask him. But be warned, Milton is not the chatty type.
Why is Milton grumpy on a daily basis? Is it just an act?
Milton's not the kind of man who's bothered about a bad reputation, whether he deserved it or not.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins. Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
Why do you have such a mediocre reputation among your colleagues, Milton?
Fuck them. Nobody knows the horrors I've seen since working here. This city was sick long before the epidemic, Dr. Reed.
I know it's a difficult task, but correct me if I'm wrong. Is this not the job you are paid to do?
I've seen babies left to die while their brothers were properly fed. Underage girls and boys sold to all manner of perverts.
I'm sorry, I don't know what to say.
Yeah, exactly. We lack words. So excuse me if I don't look on the bright side of life.
Goodbye, Milton.
You are going to
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I believe we're going to be colleagues.
Reed? Yes, I've been informed about your arrival. I'm Waverly Ackroyd. Welcome aboard, I suppose.
Does my arrival inconvenience you in some way, Dr. Ackroyd?
Let us just say that I don't particularly share Dr. Swans's enthusiasm for hiring you. What we need here are reliable professionals, not overrated dabblers.
Tell me, Waverly,
What do you think of Dr. Strickland's enthusiasm for his experimental research?
Strickland is playing with his patients' lives for pride and glory. Now that, sir, is unethical.
Are you thinking about something in particular?
Harvey Fiddick needs delicate surgery. I believe we should stick to the usual procedure, but my young colleague obviously disagrees.
Why do you wish to lead this surgery?
I strongly believe that Mr. Fiddick should not be butchered to test an unproven procedure.
If you are going to lead this surgery, I'm trusting you to assume the consequences of your actions, whatever the result.
I'm not the kind of man who runs away from his responsibilities, Dr. Reed. There is no need for you to be looking over my shoulder.
Ну да, есть такое. И более вот интересно то, что вот когда ты там что-то выясняешь, потом бежишь к другому, что-то у него уже выясняешь, как подсказку тебе дает. Опять уже какая-то подсказка всплывает, бежишь опять к этому другому, блин. Я вот хочу попробовать хотя бы одного полностью раскусить, и что будет. Пока у меня вот этот вот темнокожий афроамериканец на 2 подсказки вроде раскусен.
And are you not afraid that your rivalry with Strickland may be blinding you?
Rivalry? I guess you could call it that. But I will never be childish enough to let my personal feelings affect my judgment.
If you have a problem with me, Dr. Aykroyd, please feel free to tell me.
Dr. Swansea has imposed your presence on this hospital without asking anyone's advice. The benefit of his position. But I don't agree with it.
I know we've never met before, but I believe this hospital could use all the help it can get. You will agree with that, I'm sure.
Oh, but I have heard about you, Dr. Reed. Of course, you can't say the same about me, since I have not wasted my time courting the press.
Aren't you too old for such jealousy? It really won't do you any good, you know.
Don't be ridiculous, Dr. Reed. A simple glance is enough for me to know you have nothing for me to envy.
Since your tenure in this hospital is longer than mine, perhaps you can tell me more about this place.
Let's just say I'm tired of the carelessness around me. I have always respected the skills of Dr. Swansea, but over time his enthusiasm has become displaced.
Carelessness? Exactly what are you talking about?
We're here to save lives. The people who trust us are not volunteering for experimentation. They're here to be healed.
I don't intend to run any radical experiments, Doctor. Even if I, as any good practitioner should, express an interest in pushing the boundaries of medical research.
Modern medical methods were created through audacity and ego. But there are rules in our line of work, and they're here to protect our patients.
I don't know what you've heard about me, but I have already proved my value as a practitioner.
I don't question your skills, Dr. Reed, but your motive. Is it money, fame, or are you truly dedicated?
And what exactly is that supposed to mean?
I served in the war just like you. But unlike you, I did not use the wounded to play the modern sorcerer.
Be careful what you insinuate, Dr. Aykroyd.
I only want you to admit you used those men to improve your theories.
This is ridiculous. My blood transfusion technique saved many lives, and you know it.
You see? That is exactly what I hate about people like you. You avoid this kind of accusation instead of facing reality.
It seems you have bad memories of your military service.
I refuse to see this industrial slaughter as scientific progress. War only reveals the worst in men.
We can at least agree on something, Dr. Aykroyd. Thank you for your time. We'll talk later.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. May I help you?
I don't know if a third opinion is needed. Your colleagues are already arguing about my condition.
I see. Would you mind telling me more about your situation?
I'm Harvey Fiddick. All I want is to get me bloody arm fixed properly.
Are you satisfied with your treatment here?
Well, it's clear that I've chosen a bad time to be injured. Forgive my bluntness, but you seem overwhelmed by cases of the flu.
I won't lie to you about it. I'm afraid we are.
Are you sure you don't want to operate yourself, Dr. Reed? I have the feeling you're very capable, and your colleagues seem to think so too.
In other circumstances, you would be right. But for now, I don't think I can take on the responsibility. My apologies. Tell me about yourself, Mr. Fiddick.
I'm just a regular guy waiting to get his arm fixed, so I can return to work and to my family.
I was more curious about what you were doing before being hospitalized.
I'm a carpenter, and a good one too. But that means I need both arms to feed my
Вот таких
family,
игр, пират, вот реально не хватает русской озвучки. Чтобы не читать субтитры, а просто сидеть, наслаждаться, слушать. Как вот в этом, в Ведьмаке, 3-м, 2-м. Как же там прикольно. Да, там, может быть, что-то как-то они там у них не попадают в такт. Да мне пофигу. Я зато слушаю, наслаждаюсь графикой. Смотрю, как там лица, как реагируют. Это вот Gears of War. Есть игра, да? Вот Gears 5, я который проходил недавно, когда они вышли. Там много шуток, там что-то рассказывают. Но ты там во время даже боя, да, что-то вот они говорят, там перекидываются шутками. Ты не понимаешь, ты не можешь и читать, и в это время еще отстреливаться, и наблюдать за всем происходящим, блядь. Вот. Это, знаешь, косоглазие вверх-вниз, блядь.
Tell me about the doctors who are arguing about your case.
Strickland and Aykroyd. They both want
А еще
the best
бывают
for me.
тупые эти, как их.
Doctors are no different
Типа
from
я вот заметил в Hellboy.
What do you mean?
Тупые, как сказать-то, расположение субтитров.
Difference is I disagreed about wooden nails, not flesh.
То внизу, то вверху, то внизу, то вверху, блин. Да ладно, ну все озвучки нормальные русские, в принципе. Но все равно приятнее слушать, чем читать. Взять ту же Лару Крофт новую, вот эту последнюю, точнее, которая была 2018 года. Я тоже сейчас ее начал проходить и что-то так тихонько прохожу. Там даже записки, которые ты находишь, читают вслух. Нормальный голос читает вслух записки. А мне надо даже читать записки, не то что там, блин, в разговоре что-то читать. И нормальный там вроде перевод, приятный, как это.
Tell me about your injury, Harvey. Why do you feel so guilty about it?
My wife died because of me. And now I may lose everything because I've been careless enough to hurt myself. What an arsehole.
How could your job be responsible for your wife's death?
I was working a double. She went out to bring me a hot meal and got caught in a German bomb raid.
You can't hold yourself responsible for your injury, Mr. Fiddick. Unless you tried to hurt yourself.
Of course I didn't hurt myself. But I can't work until my arm is fixed.
А тем более в таких играх, как вот RPG, типа, да, вот этих вот, типа Ведьмака, и вот даже вот этого Вампира взять, где очень много надо читать. Но русская озвучка вообще должна присутствовать. Может, я вообще читать не умею. Либо я медленно читаю, либо мне лень вообще читать.
Tell me more about the death of your wife, Harvey.
1915. I was in the army, building workshops for the Royal Flying Corps. Helen was happy I wasn't sent to the front.
What happened?
The Germans sent Zeppelins to bomb the construction site, but they missed their target. My wife was bringing my dinner when the bombs fell.
А вот таких игр типа Resident Evil, допустим, тот же 7, да? Где там мало кат-сцен, там, да, можно почитать, там, отвлечься. Но все равно, те же кат-сцены, вот когда вот они сидели за столом, да? Ты вроде и читаешь, и хочется типа любоваться на стол, на то, что все происходит, как Джек тебе там нож в рот сует и так далее. Ну, и глаза разбегаются.
I'm sorry for your loss. So many died during the bombings. I served in France and witnessed the carnage there.
I would like to say that she didn't suffer. Truth is, I have no idea. I just know that I'm all that me kids have. Poor little bleeders.
How are your children after losing their mother?
They were smaller then. The only good thing about this is my Helen didn't bring them with her that night.
Так, блин, я тебя полностью не раскусил, да?
Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll see you later.
You always knew the words to calm the children, Helen. As for me, what a blundering idiot.
Good evening, madam. Can I help you?
It's my son who needs you, sir.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. How can I help your son?
I'm Beatrice 𝐀𝐿𝐵, mother of Mortimer 𝐀𝐿𝐵. Could you check on him, please, Dr. Reed? I've heard much of your talents as a physician.
А вот в играх Rockstar, даже GTA 5, либо RDR 2, да даже первый RDR, ну просто обязана быть русская озвучка. Понимаешь? Когда ты скачешь, ты пытаешься полюбоваться вот этими всеми красотами, но тебя отвлекает, вот, тебе приходится читать. Тупо смотришь, ты пропускаешь весь контент. Либо в ролике скачешь, либо даже вот, я помню миссию, скачешь на ограбление, да? Они там что-то перекидываются. Рассказывают что-то из прошлого, что-то рассказывают, как будем действовать, да? Когда едешь грабить банк. Ты все вот эти все поля, вот эти вот всю красоту пропускаешь, тебе просто читаешь. И надо даже, у тебя лошадь поворачивать не туда, куда надо.
What can you tell me about yourself, Mrs. 𝐀𝐿𝐵?
Not much to say. Just take care of my Mortimer, and I'll cover all.
Насколько я знаю, Rockstar, они просто не хотят, они богатые, они могут сделать любую русскую озвучку, профессионалов там охеренных. Но, как я вроде читал где-то, не помню, они не хотят портить оригинал, якобы, чтобы, потому что они нанимают профессиональных актеров, которые озвучивают, да, это персонажей, чтобы все слышали чисто вот этот его голос. Вы богатые. Кем вы работаете? Так. Давай сначала, насколько вы богаты.
Really that rich? Most of the patients here are of a more humble origin, if I may say so.
Yes, thanks to my husband. May he rest in peace.
Понятно, вдова.
I can cover any needed medical expenses.
May I ask if you have an occupation, Mrs. 𝐀𝐿𝐵?
I'm a teacher by profession. I
Богатый
teach
учитель.
young women who are more ambitious about their futures than their families.
Кем же твой муж был?
What do you think of your reception here? Any complaints?
I have had the uttermost reservations about this hospital since we arrived, but we had no other choice, considering the state of emergency.
Is there something in particular that is bothering you?
Some of the staff were not especially welcoming. I suspect they're not accustomed to dealing with patients of such social standing.
Ой, туда.
Tell me more about your arrival at the Pembroke Hospital. What gave you such a bad first impression?
The ambulance driver was quite rude, for a start. And that nurse, Miss Hawkins, seems to have quite a dubious attitude.
What do you mean?
She managed to secure a bed for my son despite the epidemic. It was a relief, but it wasn't cheap.
Так, это у нас кто? Пипа, Пипа, да. Вторая подсказка. Ага, бар лежит. Койками.
She charged you for a bed?
Yes, and I paid without question, considering the urgency of the situation.
I share your concern, Mrs. Goswick. Be sure that I'll talk to the people involved.
I don't expect compensation, Dr. Reed. But I'm aware such behavior would not be tolerated in other hospitals.
Кстати, пират, напомни-ка мне, пожалуйста, а в Death Stranding есть русская озвучка? Так, где у нас Пипа? В шкаф уперся. Блин, вот эту вот штуку классную сделали. Ну давай с этим еще побазарим.
Good evening. I'm
Я вот тоже не помню, есть там или нет.
Can I help at all? No. Really? Why are you here then?
Эту штуку сделали классно, то что видишь по стены и кто с кем уже базарил, с кем нет.
Is someone taking care of you?
Yes. And no.
Could you at least tell me your name, sir?
Mortimer. Mortimer Goswick.
Еще один Госвик. Ее сын, что ли? Ну да, это ее сын.
Why did your mother have you hospitalized here? She seems convinced this is a bad hospital.
My mother just wants the best for me. She won't rest while I'm here. She'd go all the way to hell and back to help me.
Is your mother bothering you? As your doctor, I can ask her to leave you alone if you would prefer.
That's tempting, Doctor. But you have no idea what my mother is capable of. She would tie herself to my bed if you asked her to leave.
Pembroke Hospital may look unorthodox, but rest assured you're in good hands here.
It's not me you have to convince, Dr. Reed. It's my mother.
How painful is your throat, Mr. Goswick?
So painful I'd rather not talk at all, Doctor.
I'll let you get some rest, then.
Good evening, sir. Doctor.
Вообще какой-то неизвестный. Так, где у нас Пипа? Пипа, Пипа. Пипа, Пипа, Пипа. Доктор. Узнать больше о горожане. Что это сейчас было? С тобой базарили.
I cannot enter.
Теперь заперто, нормально. Подожди, где эта Пипа? Куда она делась? Она же была здесь. Эльма, вот она. Там ящик, походу, надо открыть.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Подожди, у меня подсказка была. А, ну я походу использовал ее. Все понятно. Я думаю, ее что-нибудь раскусю. Не раскусю, походу.
It's locked.
Вот и новая инфа о Пиппе. Стоять.
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Pepper, are you sure you want to leave this hospital?
Сестра тебя
Become a nurse
предала
was a little girl's
в
dream.
письме.
But in the end, I don't feel that useful. I want more. I want to make things change.
But you're doing something important here. For all the patients who need your help.
We save lives, sure. Each time we send a cured patient home, it's a relief beyond words. But since the epidemic, I feel so powerless.
What steps are you prepared to take to feel more useful?
I don't know yet. My sister believes that the real fight is in the streets nowadays. Maybe she's right. Maybe this is what I must do.
And what about Milton Hooks? Does he share your point of view?
For Milton, any change means more comfort and more peace. I disagree.
If you feel that saving lives is not useful enough, perhaps it means that you've lost faith.
On the contrary, my faith has never been stronger. Maybe we are all just too proud to face up to the fact that science cannot compete with God.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
И чё? Вот я все от нее узнал. Теперь могу ее убить. Трогать никого не будем. Одного хватило. Где тот был неизвестный? Вообще неизвестный чек.
It's locked, all right.
Знаю. Где-то был прям такой прям неизвестный, блин. Аж лица не было. Доктор.
I cannot enter.
Эти, мама. Вот он. Ему попасть. Арви.
Good evening, Mr. Fiddick.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. Any news about my operation?
You seem worried about the safety of your family. And it's obviously the reason why your wound troubles you so much.
I cannot give up on my children now. They both need me living.
What about their mother, if I may ask?
She died in 1915 during one of the first Zeppelin raids. We never found her body.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll see you later.
I will not let you down, my boy.
Походу там лежит. Да, он лежит в этой палаточке. Что за Беатрис? говорить не могу. Так, ладно. Наболтались. Где у нас хата? Так, едить, колотить. $85 будет. Его потратил, считать. А вот еще можно оглушение. Теперь уже зелененькое оружие, да? Так, это разбирается. Средство переутомления. Кому нужно было? Бармену вроде. Он был переутомлен. По одному сделать, а?
The flower's dying. It needs water.
Эти воды-то возьму. Воды, надо воды. Не могу. Вот вода есть. Да пройти не могу. Не спать! Ну ладно, давай прокатим. Так. Запас крови. Наука. 3 ссылки, понятно. Копье, теневой туман. Ну, это пассивный, да? Себе. У нас по укусу повышает урон от укуса в бою. Это вот лечение хорошая штука. Хватает. Запасик крови. Парирование. Вот здесь сбрасывать можно. Так, у нас еще есть 300. Все за 300. Почему у меня первый уровень? А, хватило. Да. О, выносливость, я про нее забываю, я просто, блин. Самое главное почти. А цветок задыхается. Я... Попить не знаю, где взять. Так, ладно, куда нам? Здесь, сюда и сюда. Неси лекарство Дороти Крейн. Да, она здесь была.
It's locked.
Что было, блин, опять вот это, а не то. Может убить ее? Продажная. О, еще один неизвестный. Интересно. Я не попаду? Да, я понял.
Apologize when you're feeling better.
Finally, you've returned, Doctor. Did you find anything of value?
Yes, nurse.
You've worked your first miracle, Doctor. Now, this patient here needs immediate treatment.
Duty calls. When the storm has passed, I'll show you how to mix the remedy yourself with the same basic ingredients.
Many thanks, Doctor. When you finished, you ought to report to Dr. Swansea in his office. He's been looking for you. Seemed pressing.
Reads me like a book. I'll never...
Знаете, как меня, блин, игра, блин, заставляет убивать людей. Четыре 13. Игра меня так просит: убивай, убивай, убивай. Ай, надо, наверное, передохнуть. 4 часа повел, нормально. Она немного скучновато играет, честно. Драки такие, ну, нормальные более-менее. Но вот разговаривать более-менее так что прикольно. Что-то ходить изучать. Я, может, Crysis 3 поставлю. Смотри, что там еще можно. Или Ghost of Tale. И кофейку попил. Итак, спасибо, что посидел. Спасибо всем. И если, может, сейчас что-нибудь запущу, а может, не запущу. Может, попробую в Тарков побегать. Получится. Я сегодня бегал пару раз за дикого. Но, блин, неудобно. Не чувствуешь пальцем, когда у тебя весь в бинте, блин, это кнопки. Хорошего всем четверга. Я сейчас посмотрю, что можно еще поставить в этом Origins.